Today I will show you how to create this entire animation only on PowerPoint, just using PowerPoint 2013, and I'll first show you how to create the structures, then I'll get into the animation. So let's get started, and it will be a long video, hope you can stay with me. First I'll go to Insert, go to Shapes, and first I'll create the cities. So I need to make some rectangles. So I'll click this rectangle over here and just drag it over here, holding down Shift. Then I'll press Ctrl D to duplicate it and put it right over here, and press Ctrl D again to duplicate it, like this. Then I'll drag over all of this, then press Ctrl D to duplicate it and put it right over here. Then I'll press Ctrl D to duplicate it and repeat it. Done. Then what I will do is drag over all of this, go to Shape Fill, no fill, and go to Shape Outline, make it 25% lighter black, and go to Shape Outline and make the weight about 2 1/4. Then I'll go to this option over here, Format Shape. Then a window will pop up. I'll go to Cap Type and make it round, and Join Type I'll make it round also. So we're basically done with our windows. Now to make a door, I'll just click on this, press Ctrl D to duplicate it, and put it like this. Just stretching it a bit. Yeah. Done. And I'll press this and this and just duplicate them a bit to make it look like there's one more window up over here, and I'll just align the tops, yeah, something like that. So our basic building shape is ready. Then I'll press Ctrl D to duplicate it, and I'll just stretch it over the entire building, so like this. So our building is ready. First building is ready, just like this. Done. Then I'll just drag over all of this. Basically I'll press right click and then group them together first. Then I'll press on this, press Ctrl Shift and drag it over here. Next what I will do is I'll right click on it, go to group and ungroup them. Then I'll increase the size a bit like this. Then I'll press on this, holding down Ctrl Shift. I'll just drag them over here and I'll duplicate them one more time right over here and match the top part of it like this, just like this. Then what I will do is just drag over this and press Ctrl D to duplicate it and put it right over here. Then what I will do is press right click, then group and ungroup them. Then I will stretch it a bit like this. I'll click on all of this and press Ctrl D to duplicate it and put it right over here, just like that. So that it's a fat building. So all you can see, I'm just duplicating the same stuff over and over and over again. I'll press delete this object and I'll copy this door again. Yeah, so it creates something like a mall over here, and I'll make it perfect. Yeah, done. So we're basically done with 3 buildings. So I'm gonna create one more and randomize it a bit. So I'm gonna, or maybe two more. I'll drag this over again. I'll press ungroup. Basically, I'll delete all this and shrink it a bit like this. Then for the final part, I'll make a bigger building, or maybe a thinner building. For example, thinner building should be the longest one. So I'm going to click on this. I'll drag it over here and zoom out a bit. I'll delete these parts. Then I'll delete this part also. I'll increase the height like this. And the door, I'll make the door sit right over here and make it fat. Yeah. And I'm going to duplicate these two right over here. And once again, and I'm going to make it reach the top like that. So done. Basically our city is ready. Now all I need to do is to repeat it. I'll just drag over all of this. It's already grouped. I'll drag over all of this. I'll press Ctrl G to group it, or you can manually just group them by taking all of this and grouping them like this. I'll press Ctrl G to group them, and this is how we group them. Done. Then I'll press Ctrl A to select them all. I'll go to Format. I'll align them. Align bottom right there. Then I'll just make them I'll attach them to each other like that. Yeah, done. I'll randomize them a bit so that it doesn't appear that we just duplicated stuff like that. Alright, so we're done with this. Then all we need to do is just duplicate it several times. I'm going to duplicate it just like this. I'm going to put it on the side of it and put this to make it randomized like that. And as you can see, it's just a game of duplication. So the more you duplicate, the more complex it will look like and the more good it will look like. So we're done. I'll drag over all of this again. I'll press align and align them to the bottom. Then what I will do is drag over all of them. I'll right click them, then group them together. So it's an entire building shape. I'll minimize them a bit like this first. Then I'll have this shape. Let's transfer this. Yeah, done. Now what I will do is just drag over all of this, press Ctrl D, duplicate it, and put it right over here. Done. And this will automatically create the loops. What we can do is just go to align, rotate, and flip horizontally, and put it on top of the middle building. And it also creates a randomization, which other won't notice. Yeah, put it like that. So we have an intercity built just like that. So I'll drag on all of this and I'll group them together again, just like that. And for the final time, I'll group them. I'll just duplicate them one more time and put it right over here, just like that. Then I'll press Ctrl A to select all, and I'll go to Format and align them to the bottom like that. And I'll press Ctrl A to select them all, and then I'll group them together. So basically our slitty is done. So if I open the slideshow, I have something like that. Alright. Then I need to create an illusion that is going through a screen. So to create that, what I will do is just simple stuff. I'll go to Shapes and I'll select this thing, around same side corner rectangle, and drag it like that, and rotate it 90 degrees, smooth it out a bit with the yellow dot over here, just like that. And I'll minimize it a bit for the moment and put it right over here. I'll go to Shape Outline and make it this black, and go to Shape Fill and make it white. I need to make it white, and I need to increase the weight to about 6 points. Done. And I'll make the cap tie round and the joint up round again. For the second part, I will just press Ctrl Shift and drag it right over here, and go to Format and rotate it horizontally. So it creates something like this. Then the main part, Insert, go to Shapes. Before we go to Shape, we're going to create an animation. First, I'm getting rid of this on top of it. Then, if you see that we have the duplications. So from this part to this part, this one object, and from this part to this part is the same object. So what we're going to do is go to Animations, go to Lights, and we have this option. We're going to make it exactly pinpoint on top of the other. So this can be a bit heavy on your computer, but if done correctly, this would be just nice. Yeah, it seems perfect. Almost there. Patience, yeah. Almost there. Alright. I'm going to zoom in a bit, and I need to overlap the main object. Something like almost there. So you can see it's really tough. It's tricky, but you need to get this correct. Just need to get this correct one time. Bear with me as I try to make it. I'm going to fast forward. Done. So basically we're done basically. So if I open the slideshow, we'll get something like this. We don't need the acceleration. So I'm going to click on the animation pen. I'm going to get rid of this box. I'm going to go to this, go to Effect Options, and get rid of this too. I'm going to make them both of them 0. Then I'll go to Timing and make it until the end of slide so that it repeats and start with previous. Now see what happens. this happens. So this happens. So it's a complete loop, but there's this glitch on the left side. So we're going to cover that up. So the way we're going to cover that up is just go to insert, go to shapes, and pick a rectangle over here and put it right over here, like that, on the side. And go to shape outline, no outline, and make it white. I'll press Ctrl D, duplicate it. I just want to make sure you see it. And put it right over here and make it white also. Then I'll click on this and put them on the front and right over here. Then I'll put it right over here and this one over here. And if I open the slideshow, you'll have the city animation ready to roll. So that's how you create a looping city animation on PowerPoint. But I want to get it even farther roll. So what I can do is click on both of this and put it right over here, and we will get a new blank slide. Okay, new blank slide. Now I'll create a car. So for that, I'll go to insert, I'll go to shape, and I'll create a basic car shape. You don't need to focus on it very much because I'm just going to make it really fast. I'm going to click this round diagonal corner rectangle over here. I've selected it and put it right over here. Smooth it out like that, just like that. Then we'll go to insert again, go to shapes again, and I'll pick this pie like that. I'll make it like this. Then I'll put it right over here, get rid of the shape outline, and I'll stretch it like that. Then I'll press Ctrl D to duplicate it and rotate it and put it on the back again, so that it creates something like this. Nicely done. Now I'll create something like this. Alright, so the car shape is basically done. Now, as I've got my car shape, I'll just increase this size a bit. Smooth it out a bit maybe. Yeah, smooth it out a bit. Car needs to be cool. So here's the car. I need to make it perfect. Yeah, done. Now for the second part, what I will do is drag over all of this and merge them together, as you have guessed. So we have our car ready. I'll go to shape outline and make it black. I'll make it weight, increase the weight 4.5, and I'll make the shape white. Done. Then to make it a bit classy, I can add some spoiler. There's no trouble in it, right? I'm gonna add something like this. I'm gonna add spoiler so it looks cool. Or cool car. Then I'll go to shapes and pick this same parallelogram and add this over here. Make this thin. Yeah, it needs to be smaller than that. Yeah. Then I'll put it right over here. I'll drag over these two. I'll merge them. Then I'll get the same format on top of it. Or maybe just merge them together. Yeah. And I'll go through the same process again. So our basic car shape is ready. And I'll do what I've done before. I'll make the cap types round, so it smooths out of it. So you don't need, it's not mandatory, but it's better you do that. Then I'll go to shapes again, and I'll make some window, because a car with a window is not cool, right? I'll make it something like this. Put it right over here. Squeeze it like this, and stretch it. Don't stretch it really hard. Yeah, like that. I'll put it right over here, and like this. Okay, car window. Then I'll just click on this and paint the format on top of it. It's not a good window, but it serves as a window, right? Or maybe, oh no, you should delete. You don't need to delete this. All you need to do is put it right over here. Then drag over all of this. Press Ctrl Shift, or maybe just press Ctrl D to duplicate it, and go to Format and Merge Shapes and Fragment, and get rid of this part, and you have your mirror ready. So we're basically done with our car. It might not look that fancy, but it should serve our purpose. Now I'll go to shapes and I'll create some tire. I'll get this circle over here and I'll paint the format on top of it. Done. and I want to make it seem it's rotating, so I'm gonna be adding some things. I'm gonna add this star to make it fast. Just gonna be adding this star because yeah, it's cool. Alright, I've added a star, and I'll make sure it's in the middle, so I'll go align, I'll align center, and I'll go middle. Then no, star isn't nice. Star isn't nice. So I will add something even better. I will add this 32 point star like this. I'll minimize it a bit like this. I will insert, go to shapes, and pick this donut. And I'll get the donut and the star shape, middle, align center, and align middle. Then I'll go to merge shapes and I have combination or something like this. This is nice. This seems nice. Alright, I'll put it right over here and I'll increase the weight to about 6 points and make it white like that. Then I'll drag all of this, right click and group them together and grouped. Done. I'll minimize it a bit and put it right over here. It might not be a fancy tire, but it should serve as a tire. And I'm going to increase the tire a bit like that, and holding down Ctrl Shift, I'll put it right over here. The back part doesn't seem very nice, so I'm going to add some thing. So I'm going to add another pie over there, or maybe some stripes. Stripes would work just fine. So I'm going to create these lines. I'm going to create some lines to make it look cool. Yeah. I'm going to zoom a bit, so what I'm doing is just creating some lines. Create some lines. I want to make sure those do not cross the boundary. Like that. Like that. Then I'll drag over all of this. I'll go to shape outline and make them black and increase the weight to about 4.5 points and go to round and round it together. Now this looks fine, better than that was before, I hope. Yeah, so something like that. You get the point, right? Alright, so our car shape is ready, and maybe I'll get rid of this part. Yeah, and this part also. And maybe I'll just get rid of this. Yeah, it's working just fine. Alright, or maybe I'll just keep it. Yeah, I'll just keep it. Now I will animate all of this, but before I do that, I'll just click on the entire car, then right click on it, and group them together. As you can see, I didn't group the tires. I need to be separate. Then I'll click on them and send to back. Then what I will do, first let me get rid of this tire by deleting it. Then I'll click on this and go to animations and spin it. And it's spinning backward. I need to spin it forward. So I'll make it counterclockwise. It's spinning forward right now. Then I'll press Ctrl D to duplicate it and put it right over here. And maybe I'll increase the size of it. Yeah, so to make it like sporty car or something. Yeah, now it's looking fancy. Now it might be looking fancy, yeah. Alright, this should serve just fine. So I'm gonna make it funky a bit. Alright, not your average car, not your average tutorial. Alright, if I open the slideshow right now, you'll see, here's the animation. And if I go to the animation and animation pen, I'll click on these both two and make them with previous. Now they will both start at the right moment, like that. Now I need to make them appear like this is going on a path. So first, I'll just copy and paste it and minimize it a bit so that it doesn't seem so much big according to the city. So this should work just fine. Alright. Just increase the size of it. Yeah, it has some spiky tires. Yeah, this is a nice car, I hope. Alright, this car should work just fine. So if I open the slideshow right now, you have something like this. Something awesome. Alright, now I'm gonna press Ctrl C and I'll get rid of this by pressing backspace and Ctrl V to paste the main car. Now I'll work with this. Now I'll go to insert and create a ramp. I'll go to shapes. I will pick this rectangle over here and create this. Then I'll press Ctrl D to duplicate it right over here and press. I'll press Ctrl D and put it very close to the first part. Then I'll press Ctrl D repeatedly like this. We're done. Then we'll drag over all this and merge them together. Then I need to put it right on the bottom of it, and the car is going forward, so the road is supposed to go back. So this is how it should be. Then I'll make it no outline and make it black. Then the next animation part would be lines, and I need to make it fall on top of the other perfectly like that. Then I'll go, if I open the slideshow, I have something like this. Let me open the animation pen for you, and if I open with previous, and if I click on this and go to effect, and I'll get rid of the smooths and accelerations and hit OK, I'll have something like this. The road is moving very slow, so I need to make it fast. So I'm going to make it 1 second. So now it's quite nice, but it's stopping. So I'll make it loop. So I'm going to click all over this, holding down Control. Then I'll go to Effect Options, go to Timing and repeat until the end of slide and hit OK. And we have got our car walking on the street, running on the street. Alright, I need to make road a bit faster. I'm going to make it 0.5. And now our car is ready on the street, but it's not looking perfectly. So to make it look perfectly, before I do that, I'll just click on this, hold it down to Ctrl Shift. I'll just drag it over here, and if I go to Effect Options, reverse the path, I'll have something like this. I have something like this. And why do I need that? That's very important because I'm going to go to Insert, go to Shapes, and I'll pick this donut over here like that, put it right there. Then I'll go to Insert again, and I need to create a circle or something. So I'll pick this plus sign for the moment being and put it right over here in the middle, right in the middle, and decrease the size of it. Then I'll drag over all this and merge them together, then make it this shape, color. Then, and maybe I'll get rid of the donut. Maybe I'll repeat the process. I need a circle. Yeah, I need a circle or a donut. And then I'm going to put something that's going to tell me that it's rotating. So I'm going to put a star in the middle so that you see what I'm trying to do very shortly, and make it white like that. I'll press the Ctrl D to duplicate the circle, and I'll make the shape outlines white and go shape fill, no fill, and shape outlines I'll make the dashes like that and put them all in alignment. Then I will make the dashes a bit much 3 points. Then I'll drag over all of this, right click and group them together. Then I'll just minimize them a bit like this and put them right over here. Now here's the thing. I'll click on this and go to animations and paint the animation in this wheel. Now you see something like this. Now I need to rotate on the opposite side. So I'll click on this and first click on this and I'll make it clockwise. So I have something like this. Now I'll press Ctrl D to duplicate it and put it right over here. And if I open the slideshow, you will see this is working as a machine. Now all I need to do is insert some shapes, some white shapes like that. And I'm going to duplicate it, put it right over here. Then I'll just click on both of them and make them both white color. And I'll press on this circle and this circle, these two circles. Then I'll make them come to front. And let's see what happens. So you can see it creates an illusion. There is a treadmill and the car is running on top of it. We are done with our animation. All we need to do now is first go to the previous slide, click on it and delete this. Then press Ctrl A. First click on this screen Then press Ctrl A to select everything. Then press Ctrl C. Then go to the main slide and press Ctrl V. As you can see, this and this thing has been covered. So I'll press this and holding on Shift, I'll click on this. Right click and bring them to front, and I'll just make them appear a bit front. And also you can see that this is covering this part. I'll minimize it a bit. So now if I start my animation, our entire game has come to play. This creates a great animation on PowerPoint. So to make it even more realistic, I'm going to make it look like a screen. So I'm going to add some lights over here. Basically, we're done with the entire animation and stuff. Thanks for watching this entire long video with me. Thanks for being with me. Hope you learned something from it. Thanks for staying with me. Now if I open this, I'll have something like this. And if you want, you can add some things like I'm gonna press Ctrl D to duplicate it, rotate it, and minimize it like this, and put it like that right in the middle, and I'll get a circle, and I'll just paint the format on top of it and put it right over here. So it looks like it's a mobile phone that is held vertically, horizontally. Then if I open the slideshow, you'll see that it seems like a mobile phone and a game is being played. Now it has created an entire animation. Now your creativity, it matters how much you can go with the creativity. Now I'm going to add something to it so that it conveys a message. What can I add? I'm going to add something. Life, or maybe create some momentum. Get the momentum rolling, or own the game. I'm gonna make it dagger square and make it like that. I'll put it right on top of it. And if I open the slideshow, our entire animation is ready, and it looks pretty complex, but as you've seen, it's just the basic parts built in a great way and putting them together. Oh, but one thing is missing is that the city should be going the opposite way. If the car is going front, the city should be going backward. So all we need to do is just click on the city, go to animations and effect options, and make it reverse path direction. If you make it reverse, it will go the opposite way. Now if I open the slideshow, I'll have something like this. So everything is just going fine. So that's how I create the entire animation. Thanks for watching the entire animation. Thanks for watching the entire tutorial. If you watched the entire tutorial, just type PowerPoint Pro so that I know you have watched the entire tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll be uploading more of these videos, and you can suggest any video you like. Don't forget to share this thing and subscribe to the YouTube channel PowerPoint Pro. Thanks for watching.